Alright, this is just going to be kind of a quick update to the DK build, uh, just for my friends or whoever's interested. I changed a few things here, and there was some reasons that I did it. First off, my health at just under 22,000 wasn't enough. So I put on some tri-stack glyphs here on a big piece, which is the head, the chest, and the legs. And what this has done is raise up my health some. It's also given me a little bit more maximum magicka, and of course a little bit more maximum health. My stamina has gone down just a little bit. No, the reason that my stamina is as low as it is because I have the jewelry and the protective trait. But this actually gives me quite a bit in terms of resistances and being able to survive a lot of damage. So basically, with this build, I have a lot of the speed, the critical, the damage, without some of the drawbacks that kind of come with medium armor. So this is kind of a update to that, and just in case you're wondering what I use for food or drink, I use Dubious Cameron Throne. This is good as well. Artaeum takeaway broth. But it's kind of expensive and it doesn't really seem to give you a lot. This is cheaper and it seems to work just fine. I know that this is better, but you know, they're right next to each other in terms of the stats that they give you and that sort of thing. So anyway, that's my story there. One other thing is on my skill bar, both my front and my back bar, I've used the take flight, and I've not used the two-handed skill onslaught. Now onslaught might be good for say a Nightblade or something like that, and it's good for a DK too if used properly. But I have to tell you, this really comes in handy when you're in a group. When you're with a group of players, buffed up. We're sitting at 20,000, and it only costs 110 ultimate. And of course, you know, on a DK, the Earth and Heart passives, Battle Roar will give you a lot of resources back. So anyway, that's what I've used, and it's an ultimate you can use frequently, and it hits really hard all at once. So now there's another ultimate that I might recommend to some of you, Dawnbreaker of Smiting. This is really good. It knocks everybody down in front of you and gives you an initial damage and then a damage over time, which is actually more than Take Flight. But the reason I like Take Flight is it's a lot of damage all at once, and it knocks enemies down. And basically you can go places like within, say, 28 meters, you know, I could aim at an enemy and fly across 28 meters and hit that person and do a lot of damage. Now most of the time out here when I'm using an ultimate, I'm actually chasing a person, So that's when the ultimate comes in really handy when I need to gap close or that sort of thing. And so that's what I do. Uh, basically, those are the changes. We've got Tristat here, Tristat here, and Tristat here. And my max stamina has gone down a bit from that, but I haven't missed it. Mainly the damage of this build is done through critical strikes. As you can see, we're playing with 51% critical strikes. Weapon damage is at a respectable 38-55. Anyway, this is kind of the outlook of this. I also tried a little bit of, I wanted to just see how it works, right? So I tried to use this build as a heavy armor build. Of course, if you do go heavy armor, you, let me see. For heavy armor, you would use heavy armor focus instead of medium armor focus, which will increase your resistances. But yeah, for the most part, this build is it's really good. It's been really good at sustain, at being able to combat a lot of different players and that sort of thing. You got good ultimate regeneration, good critical, good damage. The only problem here with a medium armor build is your maximum health is just not going to be that much. Of course, the heavy armor, your maximum health is going to be right at about 31,000, as I recall with this. But heavy armor feels clunky and it feels slow, and of course there's a reason for that. Going into the armor passives, dexterity, of course your weapon critical, increases your stamina recovery, reduces the stamina cost of your ability by 2% per piece, that's 10% there. Improved sneak, increases your weapon damage by 15%, that's pretty significant. And increases the movement speed of sprint by 3% for each piece of medium armor. Now, the way I have this set up in the champion points, my sprint already costs less than, quite a bit less than it should due to the points in the champion points. But then having that there will actually really help. So basically I can get around and I can move fast and that sort of thing. And really that's why I wear medium armor. I know that the 7th Legion and I believe it's the Fury set is the meta, and don't get me wrong, it's a great set, but it's just not something that I want to deal with. I really don't want to deal with any more heavy armor. I just feel like I'm running around with a ball and chains on my feet, and I like being able to move fast, hit hard, and use a lot of critical. Another thing I've noticed too is the critical rating that I have is pretty high. Now say I use a potion. Here I am sitting at 51% critical. Okay, you take that. Right along with the added increased critical damage and critical healing, all of a sudden you're really starting to talk about a lot of healing. And there's been a few times, actually today, when I've been outnumbered. I was fighting a group of people. I used Cauterize and Vigor. Use them together because they're both going to heal you. And but I found that I was actually able to survive better with this medium armor setup than I was with a heavy armor setup. If that makes any sense to you, but it's true, it does actually help quite a bit. So basically, as a DK, one of the things you want to do, okay, that's your volatile armor, which is right here. Okay, you get Major Ward and Major Resolve that will resist magic and physical damage, but also let's see, where is it? With the Draconic Power ability active, your healing received is increased by 12%. So that means all the weapon damage that you get from medium armor and the criticals, everything that goes along with it, are going to contribute to your critical heals. So that's pretty much where you want to be. This isn't an easy build to play. I mean, you can play it and stay out of trouble and everything, but you gotta know that you pretty much have to keep your heals up, because the enemy can really do a lot of damage. But with that said, if you do keep your heals up and the pressure on and that sort of thing, use your Cauterize and use your Resolving Vigor, and just be aware that you want to have this on pretty much all the time. And not only that, your ultimate as well. Those three things will heal you right there. So anyway, that's pretty much where you want to be as far as your fights go. So anyway, I just thought I would kind of point this out to you. This whole build thing is kind of a process for me, but this is kind of the route I've chosen. So anyway, I hope you guys have found this helpful, and I guess I'll see you guys out there. Just remember, your critical heals are more important on a stamina character than anything. That's really what's going to keep you alive out there. So I'm just going to kind of get into it here. These are the potions I typically use. The Essence of Immovability. So I'm going to show you guys what okay, right now I'm sitting at 51% crit, 38, 55 weapon damage. My physical and spell resistance were good. And on my front bar, it's pretty much the same thing. I got a little less weapon damage, but I got a pretty good, I've got a pretty decent critical strike capacity. Now this is really important out here in Cyrodiil. You're going to want to have a pretty good critical strikes along with critical heals as well. So anyway, that's I guess that's it. I've got 3 of these enchanted with the prismatic glyphs. Everything else is stamina. And I've kept everything else. So I hope this helps some of you or gives you some ideas. But anyway, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. See you out there.